Welcome to the video. In this video, we're going to be looking at OpenAI's Realtime console. And this is OpenAI's GitHub repo, and they've posted this up here where you can clone the code and run it on your own machine. It's pretty awesome. So the OpenAI Realtime console is intended as an inspector and interactive API reference for the OpenAI Realtime API. It comes packaged with two utility libraries. We've got the OpenAI Realtime API Beta that acts as a reference client and for browser and Node.js, and the Wave tool, which allows simple audio management in the browser. So this is pretty awesome. This is the UI, and you'll see that on this area it'll be running logs, and it's showing the packets that are being sent and received. It's got a little waveform here or wave sign for its voice and your voice as well. Whenever you ask it questions, like if you ask it to get the weather, it'll provide JSON here, as well as if you say set memory, it'll give you JSON as well. And it's push to talk, or you can just talk to it. You can set it manually, or you can set it on VOD, and you can just have a conversation with it. Starting the console, we'll have to install our packages, so we'll do that, and then we'll have to run it or start it. So that'll be the front end, and that'll open up in localhost 3000. And if we just scroll down here, using the console, it requires our open API key, so we'll need to get our key added to it. And here are those two functions that it comes with, and you can create your own functions. And we'll look at that. But this is the get weather, and lets you ask for the weather, and then of course set memory. You can ask the model to remember information for you. And you can freely interrupt the model at any time. You can do the push to talk, so you could press the button to interrupt it, or you can do the VAD, which is the voice activity detection. So it'll be able to listen. It'll have a listening. It'll be listening to what you say. And then we'll have to set up the relay server. So this is the back end part of this, and this will be running on localhost 8081. So let's go ahead and this is for the .env. So we'll have to create this .env, and then we'll be putting our OpenAI key in here. We'll also be putting this relay server URL, so it'll be running on that 8081. We'll just go ahead and use this default. I'm going to go ahead and clone it. So let's go back up here and get this code. Let's go back here, let's go here. I've got a folder that I've created for this, so I'm just going to clone this real quick. And then I'll just click on this, and we'll open it up in VS Code. I'm going to do Control-tilde to open up my my console here, my terminal, and then I'm just going to go npm install, or npm I if you want to save some typing there. And then as it's installing these packages, let's look at these packages. So here are the dependencies. It's version 000. And so it's using TypeScript, and it's of course React. So here is the start. We'll be running that, so we'll go ahead and hit that right there. So we'll just run start. So npm, you can do run start or just start. So that'll trigger that there. So that's going to open up that 3000 port. Let's see if it's open up. Whoops, wrong port. Type in 3000. All right, so here we have the interface up and running. Now, it's not actually working yet because we haven't set up that relay in the back, but here is what the user interface looks like. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click this little plus sign to open up a new terminal. And then we need to run this relay, so it'll run that nodemon. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So I'll just go npm run relay. Okay, so the nodemon has crashed because we haven't gotten our our OpenAI key in here yet. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click, new file. I'm going to go .env, and so if we go back over here, we can go back down to our code here. We'll just copy this right here, paste this right here, And then I'm going to replace this right here with my key. So I'll be right back. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, welcome back. I've added my code in there now. So let's just restart the server. We'll go ahead and restart this one as well. So go up. Okay, that's up and running. Let's refresh this. And let's go restart the npm run relay. All right, so now it's running because we did enter our API key. So make sure you use your OpenAI API key. So now we've got it running. So it's awaiting connection, and the way we connect is this button right here. So we'll go ahead and click that. So
hello there. How can I assist you today?
So it can't hear me right now because it's set to manual. So it's push to talk. So I could press push to talk and ask it a question. So what is 2 plus 3?
2 plus 3 equals 5.
Okay, so that's good. It's working there. So I'm going to switch over to the VOD here. So now it can actually hear me. It's listening to what I'm saying. So I'm going to ask it a question. Can you get the weather in a city?
Absolutely. Just let me know the name of the city, and I can get the weather for you.
Okay, I would like for you to get the weather in New York City. Can you do that?
It looks like I'm having a bit of trouble retrieving the weather right now.
Okay, so it is buggy right now. So let's see if it can do the set memory. I'd like you to remember a list for me. Can you remember this list of eggs, bacon, milk, and cheese?
It seems like I'm having a little trouble with my memory functions right now. But not to worry.
Okay,
I can still help with other things. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
It did. So it's a little buggy. There's definitely something going on here. So it's probably, I'm not sure what's causing the issue. I think it's a buffer issue, and I think it's responding before it's getting the data. Let's try a push to talk because it did get the list correct, and so it didn't know that it had the system got the list. So there's definitely some sort of issue here that could be fixed, with just the way that you write code. So let's do push to talk. Can you?
Okay, I'm here if you need.
Can you get the weather in Nashville, Tennessee?
It looks like I'm having difficulty retrieving the weather data right now. Sorry about that.
Can you get weather in another city? Could you try Atlanta, Georgia? Would you be able to get the weather in Atlanta, Georgia?
I'm sorry. It looks like I'm currently experiencing some issues with retrieving the weather data. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Okay, so it's obviously having some problems here. So that, I believe, is some buffering stuff, and you could change the code. Let's go look at this code. So the code is in pages, and then we've got this console page.ts, and we can look for these functions here. So if I copy the set memory and I do command F and then just paste that here, I can see that memory function is here. So let's just go down and look at it. So it's this client add tool, and you can add your own tools here, but we would have to there's going to have to be something set up. I haven't dug into the code yet, but there's definitely, and here's the get weather here, here, but and it's, the list is a key pair, so it's saving as a JSON, and then this is using this weather API. So I'm wondering if the API isn't getting the data fast enough for it to respond. So because if we look here, it's actually getting the weather as well. I mean, it's getting all the information from that, but it is not, the vocal part of this is not getting it in time. So it might be again a buffering issue, or it could be an async issue. Something's going on. But anyway, I thought this was fascinating. Have fun, download it and play with it. You might be able to kind of go through the code and be able to add your own tools here, these own functions, and find simpler stuff or faster ways, or come up with a way to get around this issue that it's having. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next.